NSATA members, thanks for joining us. Today, President Marshall and I are with past President Rusty McKune. Hi, Rusty. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Russell.
Rusty, what makes you most proud to be an athletic trainer in the state of Nebraska?
Oh, let me count the ways. No, I think that the path that the NSATA and the athletic trainers are on is at such a trajectory that is above and beyond many of our peers. I think that when you look at what the athletic trainers in the state of Nebraska are doing, what the NSATA is doing, I remember when we first started, it was we wanted to be a benchmark, and I think that this has continued, and it always makes you proud to see. They always talk about legacy moments and legacy this and legacy that, and I think the legacy that comes with, for all of us, is where we started and where we're at, and the foundation that's been built, and the foundation that everybody is now standing on, but not just standing on, but continuing to build upon, and everybody that's followed in the president's roles and the committee roles and everything, nobody's been happy with where we're at. Everybody wants to continue to grow, and so that's what I think makes me the proudest, is the drive and the pride that our athletic trainers and the leaders in our state have taken.
Well, you're a trailblazer for that, and you have started with, making that foundation along with the presidents before you. So I just want to say thank you for building that foundation and opening those doors for people like Brooke and I, and the younger ones.
Getting us involved.
The ones that are younger than us. So
So many to come.
Yes. Well, since you've been president, what change or changes within the NSATA or athletic training in Nebraska stand out to you?
That one's tough, because I think sometimes you don't appreciate change until you're away from it, and I've been fortunate enough to have been able to be a part and continue to be a part of many of the things that are happening across the state. Obviously, when we look at legislation, the Practice Act has been one of the biggest things that's changed, but again, I think I do think that the commitment and the drive and the continuity that we've been able to maintain is one of the changes that I've seen, where we're not reaching out and we're not beating the bush for people to do things. Mm-hmm. We've actually got people that are reaching out to you all and saying, we want to be a part of this. Mm-hmm. And I remember in one of our first meetings when Rod Marshall took over, it was like, okay, go find 5 people. And I don't think that's one of the things that we have to do as much anymore. And so I think that's one of the changes, is the involvement and the investment that's been made, and that people are starting to reciprocate.
Agreed. And you mentioned legislation, and you were part of that on both of the practice acts that we have updated. So
must mean I'm old.
Well, no.
Well, we won't say that.
Yeah.
But you've been involved in so many things: committee chairs, members, on all the
levels.
way through the board and into the district level. What advice would you give to somebody that's thinking about and wanting to get into leadership?
Have fun. I think that it's a commitment. Don't do it just to do it. I think if you're going to do it, be invested in it. Make the commitment to yourself. Make the commitment to those that you're serving, and remember that that's what you're doing. You're serving others around you. And then I think one of the biggest things that I try to tell people is, we all know where we want to get, and we all know what we want to become, or we think we know, and we're trying to determine that. But the biggest thing that I would say is, don't lose who you are trying to become who you want to be. You've got to be true to yourself. I can't be Denise. Denise can't be you.
But I want to be like you.
Yeah, we all want to be like Rusty.
None of us can be Rob. And
Nobody
so,
wants to be that.
But I think that learn from those individuals. Surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with people that you can learn from. Be willing to learn from them, but don't try to become them. Mm-hmm. Be who you are.
That's great advice. I appreciate that. Wow. I'm going to tear up here. You made me lose my train of thought. So you're saying it's not just 2 meetings a year?
No, it's not just 2 meetings a year.
So you lied.
Well, it might have just been stretching the truth a little bit.
A little bit more than a couple minutes here and there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And anytime if you ever get a text from me that says, hey, you have a quick minute for a call, you can usually count on 15 to 20.
Yeah,
minimum.
That's true.
Minimum.
Well, you've been on all levels. You've been in the college. You've been all over. and obviously you've influenced Brooke and I. But what would
better or
you?
worse.
I know, right? Well, we're still sticking with you.
Yeah,
So, what advice would you give to a young athletic trainer just starting out in their career?
I think I probably started off both of your classes with this, and I would still say this is, don't ever stop being a student. Don't ever stop learning. Don't ever be, I guess the biggest thing, don't ever be satisfied with where you're at. Like I've always said, the day that I stop learning something is the day that everybody's probably standing around my casket and putting me in the ground. But I think that we should all strive to do that because it helps make us better practitioners. It helps make us better servants for those that are around us, and at the end of the day, it helps us continue to improve and gives me something to look forward to, and hopefully gives everybody else something to look forward to. Don't get frustrated. There's a lot of change happening right now within the profession, and I told somebody just yesterday I'm still trying to figure out what I want to be when I grow up. And I think regardless of what that is, it's going to have athletic trainer tied to it, and I think that taking pride in what you do and being proud of the profession, being proud of what you do, and will help do that. But you've got to find, kind of like not losing yourself. You've got to find what makes you proud, and you've got to find what drives you.
Find that why.
Yeah, find that why and chase it.
Yes. Good. Well, we know that you've been a part of leadership on all levels, from state, district, national, BOC. But tell us about some of the settings that you've been in as an athletic trainer.
A lot. So when I first started out, I as a young professional, I worked in the rodeo setting. That's where I kind of cut my teeth, was working around the rodeo. I've been head athletic trainer at a high school. I've been a head athletic trainer at a college. I've been a head athletic trainer for a professional team, minor league professional, but still professional team. With hockey, obviously at the Division I college level. Now I'm in kind of an administrative and clinical position at a hospital, where I get to do a lot of things. I get to work Quidditch, and I guess now it's called floorball or something like that. But but
Never stop learning.
Yeah.
and so I've had the opportunity to do a lot of things in a lot of different areas. Usually people say, well, what's your favorite? And I don't know that I have a favorite. I remember that when I was coming into the profession, somebody said, what's your goal? And a lot of people, I want to be a head athletic trainer with the Denver Broncos. I want to be a head athletic. For those of you who don't, I'm from Colorado, so yes, I still like the Broncos. I want to be a head athletic trainer here, and I've always said that I really don't. I'm not going to say where I want to be. I just want to wake up each morning with a challenge. And if it gets to the point where it's a job to get up and go to work, or I'm in a position that's not challenging me, then it's time to move on. But I think that all those settings have all provided different opportunities, different experiences, and I've gleaned a little bit of satisfaction and stuff from each and every one of them.
That's awesome. Well, thank you. We
Thank you for
appreciate
your time.
And,
Thanks for joining
happy President's Day, but in the NSATA world, happy President's Month. We're celebrating you all guys all month.
You deserve it.
Well,
Yes.
thank you all very much for all that you do and taking the time to do things like this.
Yeah. We need this. We need this history.
Yes, we do.
We need it documented, because someday people are going to know who we are.
Someday you'll get like me. Okay, I can't even remember what I did yesterday.
Well, thank you again
Thank you.
for being here, Rusty, and we will let you go on about your day.
Outstanding.
So,
Thank you all.
Bye,
Thank you for
everyone.
joining us.
Oh, I'm glad my nose wasn't in there.